Hello, I'm so glad you're here. Just you and the quiet. I imagine you're lying there and maybe the room feels a little too still, or perhaps your mind is doing that thing it does, replaying a conversation from 3 years ago, or wondering why that one person hasn't texted back. I see the blue light of the screen reflecting in your tired eyes, searching for a connection, a sign, or just a way to feel a little less empty. But here is the truth for tonight. You don't have to fix a single thing. You don't have to solve your life at 2 a.m. You don't need to be better or more loved to earn your rest. Tonight, we're just going to sit with the silence together, like two old friends on a porch, watching the stars. We're going to explore how that space you call loneliness might actually be the very place where your peace is waiting to meet you. So for now, just let the phone rest, face down. Let your eyelids get a little heavier. You don't even have to look at me. Just listen. Take a breath. Not because you have to, but because it feels good to finally just be here. As you let that breath settle, the weight of your body begins to find its home in the mattress, sinking just a fraction deeper into the safety of the sheets. The world outside is moving at its own pace, but in here, the only thing that matters is the soft rhythm of your own existence. There is a specific kind of silence that visits us in the late hours. It's the silence that arrives after the laptop is closed and the city noise has finally dimmed to a low, distant hum. In this stillness, the yellow light from a street lamp might be peeking through the slats of your blinds, casting long, warm shadows across the floor. It's in this light that we often start to feel the edges of our own skin, noticing the spaces where we feel full and the spaces that feel a little bit hollow. You look at the empty side of the bed, or perhaps just the quiet air in the room, and the mind starts to whisper. It tells you that this silence is a void. It tells you that because there is no ping of a notification, no voice answering yours, and no hand to hold, there is a lack. We've been trained to believe that being at peace requires a witness, that if no one is looking at us, we might just disappear. But I want you to feel the bed beneath you right now. Notice how it doesn't ask you to be interesting. It doesn't ask you to be successful or charismatic. It simply holds you. The bed is a silent companion that doesn't judge the fact that you're alone tonight. It's a support that is always there, whether your phone is blowing up with messages or whether it has been silent for days. Think about the way a forest feels at night. The trees aren't lonely just because they aren't touching. They are standing in their own strength, deep roots reaching into the same dark, nourishing earth. They are together in their solitude. Tonight, you are like one of those trees. You are rooted in this moment. You are breathing the same air as millions of others who are also lying awake, feeling the same pull of the moon. As you lie there, notice if there's a tightness in your chest, a little knot of wanting, wanting to be seen, wanting to be chosen, wanting to belong to someone else's story. Just for a second, see if you can breathe into that knot. Don't try to untie it, just let it be there like a small, smooth stone at the bottom of a clear stream. In the wisdom of the quiet, we learn that the people in our lives are like beautiful birds that land on our windowsills. We can enjoy their song, we can admire their feathers, and we can feel a deep warmth when they choose to stay for a while. But we are the window and we are the house. The house remains standing even when the birds fly away to another branch. Your worth, your enoughness, is the foundation of that house. It was built long before those birds arrived, and it remains steady long after they leave. Let's try to soften the back of your neck. Let the muscles there melt away, like honey warming in the sun. If a thought comes up about someone you miss, or a friend you haven't heard from, just imagine that thought is like a soft rain hitting the window pane. It's there, it's real, but it's on the outside. Inside, you are dry. Inside, you are warm. Inside, you are simply a person breathing in the dark. The light in the hallway, the faint scent of your pillow, the way your toes feel under the heavy blanket, these are your anchors. They are real. They are present. They don't require you to earn them. They are gifts of the now. As the thoughts of the world start to thin out like a fog lifting off a lake at dawn, you might realize that you aren't actually missing anything. You are here. You are whole. The silence isn't an absence of life, it is a presence of peace. It is the sound of the universe resting. Feel your breath getting longer now. A slow, steady wave in and out. You are not waiting for anyone to complete you. You are the sky, and the sky is never lonely, even when it's perfectly clear. It is simply vast. It is simply free. Just keep listening to the rain, or the silence, or the breath. You are doing so well. You are exactly where you need to be. And even though you are exactly where you need to be, I know that part of you might still feel like it's miles away. Your body is here, warm and heavy under the covers, but your mind might still be sitting at that desk, or gripping the steering wheel in traffic, or standing in the middle of a crowded room trying to find the right thing to say. It takes time for the soul to catch up with the body. Think for a moment about a cup of coffee you might have had today. Maybe it sat there on the coaster, half finished, slowly turning cold as the afternoon wore on. That cup witnessed so much. It saw you nodding politely when you were too tired to speak. It saw you typing out emails that drained your energy, sentence by sentence. It saw you giving away little pieces of yourself to your boss, to your family, to the noise of the news, until you felt a bit like that cup, poured out, with nothing left at the bottom but a few bitter grounds. We live in a world that tells us our value is measured by how much we can pour for others. We run on this invisible treadmill, thinking if I am productive enough, I will be safe. If I am helpful enough, I will be loved. If I am busy enough, I won't feel this quiet ache inside. So we rush, we overthink, we try to be the perfect employee, the perfect friend, the perfect listener. And then we come home, close the door, and wonder why the silence feels so heavy. But feel your shoulders now. Notice how high they might be creeping up toward your ears as if they are still trying to hold up the sky. Let them drop. Let gravity do the work for you. The mattress beneath you is strong enough to hold the weight of your body and the weight of your day. You don't have to carry that cold coffee cup anymore. You can set it down. Imagine a soft, warm light in the corner of the room, maybe a candle or the glow of a street lamp filtering through the curtains. It's steady. It doesn't flicker when you stop working. It doesn't dim because you aren't being useful right now. It just shines. That is the nature of your true self. You don't need to earn your rest. You don't need to invoice the universe for your sleep. You are allowed to simply stop. Listen to the rhythm of your breath again, in and out. It's slower now than it was this morning. It's deeper. This breath is the only task you have left. There is no deadline on this breath. There is no one waiting for you to finish it so they can ask for something else. It is yours entirely. Let the image of the office, the traffic, the grocery store lines, and the unanswered texts fade into a soft, grey mist. Imagine a gentle rain starting to fall outside your window. Hear it tapping against the glass, a slow, hypnotic rhythm. Tap, tap, tap. Each drop is washing away a worry. Each drop is cleansing the streets of the day's frantic energy. The rain doesn't rush. It falls at its own speed, watering the earth without trying to impress the flowers. You can be like the rain tonight. You can just fall into this bed. You can just let go. The unfinished to-do list will be there tomorrow, but right now, it is just ink on paper. It has no power over your heartbeat. It has no power over the softness of your pillow. Your jaw might still be holding on to some words you didn't say or some words you wish you hadn't. Unclench it. Let your tongue rest gently on the floor of your mouth. Let your face become smooth, like the surface of a quiet pond after the ripples have faded. You are not a machine that needs to be plugged in. You are a garden that needs to rest through the winter night to bloom again. The day is done, the cup is put away, the demands have ceased. There is nothing left to solve. There is only this warmth, this breath, and this slow, sweet drifting toward a place where you are not defined by what you do, but simply by who you are. Resting, breathing, letting go, and as that drift continues, carrying you further away from the doing and closer to the being, you might notice a subtle shift in the landscape of your mind. It's no longer a cramped office or a busy street. It's opening up, widening, becoming vast. Imagine, just for a moment, that your mind is a wide open sky. Throughout the day, that sky was filled with weather. There were the storm clouds of stress, heavy and dark with deadlines. There were the frantic, wispy clouds of distraction moving too fast to catch. And perhaps there were the bright, puffy clouds of other people, friends, colleagues, the faces on your screen, the voices seeking your attention. We spend so much of our lives chasing those bright clouds. We think that if the sky is full of them, full of people, full of noise, full of events, then it is a good sky. We tell ourselves that a blue sky without clouds is empty. We call it lonely. We call it boring. We fear the vastness of the blue because we think it means nobody is there. But lie here and feel the stillness of your own chest rise and fall. The truth is, the clouds are just visitors. They are beautiful, yes. They bring rain, they bring shade, they bring drama. But they are not the sky. You are the sky. Think about that. You are not the text message that didn't come. You are not the dinner plans that got cancelled. You are the vast, silent, infinite space that holds it all. A cloud cannot hurt the sky. A storm cannot break the sky. And the absence of clouds does not make the sky any less magnificent. In fact, it is in that open clarity that the stars can finally be seen. Let your head sink a little deeper into the pillow now. Feel the muscles around your eyes softening, releasing the need to look for the next cloud. When you feel that pang of, "I wish someone was here," imagine it as just a small white cloud drifting across your vision. You don't have to grab it. You don't have to tie a rope to it and drag it back. You can just watch it drift. It enters your view, it floats by, and it dissolves into the horizon. And what is left? You, the steady, calm, unbroken blue. This is a different kind of freedom. It's the freedom of realizing that you don't need to be decorated by other people to be complete. A clear sky is not lacking anything. It is full of light. It is full of potential. It is full of peace. Listen to the sound of your breath again. It sounds like the wind moving gently through that high atmosphere, clean and unobstructed. Inhale, expanding into that vastness. Exhale, letting the last of the clouds dissolve. There is a profound safety in this. If your happiness depends on the clouds, on people staying, on people clapping, on people loving you exactly the way you want, then you will always be anxious, watching the weather forecast, terrified of the wind changing. But if you realize you are the sky, you can let the weather change. You can let people come and go. You can let the seasons turn. Because you know that beneath it all, the stillness is yours. It belongs to you. Feel the warmth of the blankets over your legs. It's like the warmth of the sun that has soaked into the earth all day, now radiating back up to hold you. You are grounded here. You are safe in your own vastness. There is no loneliness in this space, only room. Room to breathe, room to rest, room to just be. The pressure to fill the silence is gone. The pressure to be someone for everybody is gone. You are simply the witness. You are the quiet awareness behind closed eyes. Outside, the gentle rain we imagined earlier is still falling, tapping a lullaby against the roof. It's washing the world clean, just as this realization is washing your mind clean. You don't need to hold on to anything right now. You don't need to clutch at the clouds. You can open your hands. You can open your heart to the quiet. The sky doesn't have to work to be the sky. It just is. And you don't have to work to be worthy. You just are. Feel that truth settling into your bones, heavy and sweet. The vastness is not empty. It is holding you. It is rocking you. You are the sky, and tonight the sky is resting. And from that high open sky, allow your awareness to drift down, slow and weightless as a single feather, landing softly in a garden that has just been kissed by the rain. It is quiet here. The air is cool and smells of wet earth and night-blooming jasmine, a scent that seems to wrap around you like a second blanket. The storm has passed, and what is left is a stillness so deep you can almost hear the earth drinking in the water. In the center of this garden, there is a small, dark pond. Floating on the surface are wide green lotus leaves. They are resting perfectly flat on the water, supported entirely by the depths below, just as you are supported entirely by the bed beneath you. I want you to visualize one of these leaves. It is broad, smooth, and gently curved. And sitting right in the center of it is a single, perfect drop of water. This drop shines like a diamond in the moonlight. It is heavy, it is distinct. Think of this drop as that feeling you've been carrying today. The heavy feeling of waiting for a message that didn't come. The sharp, bright thought that says, I wish I wasn't alone. Or perhaps the worry about what tomorrow might bring. We often think that when these feelings land on us, they soak into us. We think we have to absorb them, figure them out, or let them stain us. We think that if we feel lonely, we are lonely. If we feel sad, we are sadness. We try to become the water. But look closer at the lotus leaf. There is a secret in its surface. It has a microscopic texture that refuses to let the water cling. The droplet sits there, round and full, touching the leaf. Yes, but not becoming the leaf. There is a tiny, invisible layer of air between the green surface and the heavy water. This is the practice of your night. You can be the leaf. Imagine that heavy thought, that need for attention, that replay of an awkward conversation as just that water droplet. It is sitting on the surface of your mind. You acknowledge it. You see it shimmering there. You don't have to push it off aggressively. You don't have to hate it for being there. Rain is natural. Feelings are natural. But notice how the leaf doesn't struggle. It doesn't tense up to hold the water. It stays relaxed. It stays open. And because it stays relaxed, something beautiful happens. A gentle breeze comes, maybe it's your breath, and the leaf tilts just a fraction. Watch the droplet. It starts to move. It rolls. It slides across the smooth, waxy surface. It dances freely, unable to stick, unable to leave a mark. And then with a soft, tiny sound, plip, it rolls off the edge and returns to the pond. And the leaf is dry. It is pristine. It is exactly as it was before the rain fell. Feel your own body now. Feel the skin of your forehead, the muscles of your arms, the curve of your spine against the mattress. You are that pristine surface. The worries of the day, the silence of the phone, the ache of the heart. They have touched you, yes, but they have not changed you. They are rolling off now with every exhale. Imagine the leaf tilting. Exhale, and the worry slides to the left. Exhale, and the need for validation slides to the right. Exhale, and the fear of the future rolls down, 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 falling away into the deep, dark water where it is neutralized and dissolved. You don't have to do anything to make this happen. You just have to stop holding on. Gravity does the work for the water. Your breath does the work for your mind. Notice how light the leaf feels now. Without the weight of the water, it floats higher on the surface. Notice how light you feel. The heaviness in your chest is loosening, finding its own way out. You are not the rain. You are the surface that survives the rain. The night air around you is still and kind. The warm light we imagined earlier is still glowing softly in the corner, a silent guardian. The rhythm of the rain outside has turned into a hush. And now that your spirit feels lighter, drifting like that dry leaf on the surface of the pond, you might begin to notice a welcoming heaviness returning to your physical form. It is a good heaviness. It is not the burden of stress or the weight of expectation. It is the comforting, gravitational pull of the earth, inviting you to come back down, to settle, and to rest. Feel the mattress beneath you. Really feel it. It is not just a piece of furniture in a darkened room. Tonight, it is your sanctuary. It is a solid, unwavering landscape that has been waiting patiently for you to return. Notice how it rises to meet every curve of you. It presses gently against your heels, the backs of your calves, your thighs, your spine. It does not ask you to hold yourself up. It does not ask you to maintain good posture or look presentable. Its only request is that you stop trying to defy gravity. For so many hours today, you held yourself together. You held your head high in meetings, you held your composure in traffic, you held your tongue when you wanted to speak, and you held your breath when things got tense. You have been the pillar, the support system, the one who stays strong. But here, in the soft glow of this room, you don't have to be the pillar. You can be the one who collapses safely and sweetly into the support that is already there. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine. Imagine that there is a knot there, a tight little bundle of doing. With your next exhale, imagine that knot loosening. Visualize your spine lengthening, vertebrae by vertebrae, sinking deeper into the soft material of the bed. It feels as though the mattress is absorbing the tension, drawing it out of your bones and neutralizing it. You are sinking, not falling, but sinking, like a stone settling into warm sand at the bottom of a sunlit cove. Let this wave of relaxation travel outward to your hands. Your hands do so much. They type, they grip steering wheels, they carry groceries, they hold phones, they wave hello, and they wipe away tears. They are the instruments of your attachment to the world. They are always reaching, always grasping for the next thing. But look at them now, or feel them in the dark. They are curled softly, half open. They are empty. And in this emptiness, there is peace. You are not holding on to the past right now. You are not grasping for the future. You are simply letting your hands rest. Allow that sensation to flow down to your feet. Let them fall open to the sides. There is nowhere to walk to tonight. There is no destination you need to reach. The journey is paused. The path has ended right here, at the foot of this bed. You have arrived. You are safe. Listen to the rain outside again, if you can imagine it or hear it. That steady shh, shh, shh. It creates a boundary. It builds a wall of sound that says, the world is out there, but you are in here. Inside this boundary, the air is still. The warm light we visualized is wrapping around you like a second skin, a cocoon of amber and gold. It protects you from the need to be productive. Notice your breath once more. It has changed again. It is no longer just air moving in and out. It has become a rhythm, like the tide of a calm ocean at midnight. In, the wave washes up the shore, cool and cleansing. Out, the wave recedes back into the vast, dark ocean, taking the sand with it. With every exhale, you sink a millimeter deeper. It feels as if the boundaries between your body and the bed are beginning to blur. You are becoming part of the stillness. You are becoming part of the quiet. This act of sinking is an act of trust. To close your eyes and let go of your muscles is to trust that you will be held, and you are being held, not just by the bed, but by the life force that flows through you. You don't have to tell your heart to beat. You don't have to tell your lungs to fill. You don't have to manage your own existence right now. You are being breathed. You are being lived. You are being supported by something far greater than your own effort. Allow yourself to be heavy. Allow yourself to be slow. The day is a distant memory, a story written in a book you have already closed. The only reality is this softness. The only reality is this warmth. You are safe to let go. You are safe to drift down, down, down into the welcoming arms of the night. And in this safety, in this heaviness where the body has finally agreed to stop holding itself up, we can turn our attention inward to the quietest, most tender part of you. Bring your awareness gently to the center of your chest, if you like, and if your hand is resting nearby, you might slowly, lazily place your palm over your heart. Just feel the warmth of your skin meeting the warmth of your hand. Feel the rhythm there. Thump, 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 thump. It is steady. It is faithful. It has been beating for you since before you took your first breath, and it will keep beating for you all through the night without you ever having to ask it to. In the rush of the American day, between the emails, the traffic, the expectations, and the noise, we often treat ourselves like machines. We are so hard on this heart. We criticize it for feeling too much. We scold it for being fragile. We lie in bed and replay the tapes of our mistakes. Why did I say that stupid thing? Why wasn't I more productive? Why am I not further ahead by now? We talk to ourselves in a tone we would never use with a friend. We treat ourselves with a harshness we would never inflict on a stranger. But tonight, in this soft, amber light of your imagination, we are going to change the conversation. We aren't going to argue with that critical voice. We are simply going to lower the volume on it, letting it fade into the sound of the rain outside. And in its place, we are going to offer a new voice, a whisper of kindness. I want you to imagine that your heart is not just an organ, but a small, warm room inside you. It is a safe place, and inside that room sits the part of you that tries so hard, the part of you that just wants to be happy, the part of you that is tired. With your hand warm on your chest, send a thought into that room, a thought of gratitude. Whisper to yourself silently, "Thank you. Thank you for getting me through this day. Thank you for handling the stress. Thank you for the moments where you were kind to others even when you felt drained. Thank you for the moments you stayed silent to keep the peace. You did your best, even if it wasn't perfect, even if you felt like you stumbled, you showed up, you lived, and that is enough. Feel your breath flowing into your heart space. Imagine that every inhale is a soft, golden light entering your chest, wrapping around any old hurts, any sharp words you spoke to yourself. And every exhale is a softening. You are exhaling the need to be perfect. You are exhaling the need to be tough. You don't have to be tough right now. The doors are locked. The world is asleep. You are allowed to be soft. There is a beautiful kind of bravery in simply admitting, I am human, I have limits, and I am worthy of rest. You do not need to be fixed. You do not need to be improved. You are not a project to be worked on tonight. You are a living, breathing being who deserves to be held with compassion. Imagine the rain outside washing over the roof. Shh, shh. It is washing away the should-haves and the could-haves. It is washing away the guilt of the uncompleted to-do list. Let those things flow into the gutters and wash away into the dark earth. They do not belong in your bed. Your heart is beating slower now. Can you feel it? It is trusting you. It realizes that the war is over for the day. You are not fighting yourself anymore. You are on your own team. You are your own best friend tonight. The one who pulls the blanket up a little higher. The one who says, it's okay, we'll try again tomorrow, but for now, we rest. Let a feeling of warmth spread from your heart center out to your shoulders, down your arms, into your stomach. It is the warmth of forgiveness. You forgive yourself for not being superhuman. You forgive yourself for feeling lonely. You forgive yourself for the awkward moments. They are just ripples on the surface of the water, and the water is calming down now. You are good. Underneath the anxiety, underneath the busyness, underneath the layers of protection, there is a core of goodness in you that cannot be damaged. It is pure. It is calm. It is radiant. Rest in that goodness. Let it cradle you. You are safe with yourself. You are home within your own heart. And within that safe home of your own heart, where the warmth is now radiating steadily, you might begin to notice how much energy you have spent standing guard at the door. We often think of our hearts as fortresses. We spend our days, and often our nights, checking the locks. We hold on tightly to the people we love, to the memories of how things used to be, and to the hopes of how things should be. We grip these things like a rope in a game of tug-of-war, believing that if we just hold on tight enough, if we just pull hard enough, we can keep everything exactly where we want it. We can keep people close. We can keep the future safe. But lie there and feel your hands again. Maybe they are resting on your stomach or by your side on the cool sheet. Notice if there is a subtle tension in your fingers, a ghost of that grip. Holding on is exhausting. It makes the muscles of the mind ache. It keeps the spirit tense, always waiting for the rope to be yanked. And the truth is, often there is no one on the other end of that rope. We are just standing there, muscles straining, heart racing, pulling against the natural flow of life. Tonight, in this quiet sanctuary, we are going to try something different. We are not going to cut the rope. We are not going to push anyone away. We are simply going to open our hands. Visualize your heart not as a fortress with bolted gates, but as a room with a gentle wooden door. For so long, You have been standing with your back against this door, terrified that if you step away, you will lose something. You have been the gatekeeper of your own happiness, deciding who comes in and who must never leave. It is a lonely job. It is a tired job. Imagine now, in the safety of this warm light, that you simply step away from the door. You walk over to a soft chair in the corner of the room, perhaps a comfortable armchair by a fireplace where the embers are glowing soft and red. You sit down. You sink into the cushions, and you leave the door unlocked. You might even leave it slightly ajar. This is the practice of allowing. It is the deep, spiritual exhale of the American soul that is tired of controlling outcomes. When you leave the door unlocked, you are sending a signal of ultimate peace to the universe. You are saying, "What is meant for me will stay. What is not meant for me can go. I do not need to lock it in to keep it real." Feel the immense relief of that decision washing over your body. The tension in your shoulders, that heavy mantle of responsibility you wear, begins to dissolve like salt in warm water. You don't have to force the story of your life tonight. You don't have to force the text message. You don't have to force the clarity. You just have to sit in the chair. Listen to the rain outside, that steady, hypnotic rhythm. Patter, patter, hush. It sounds like applause from the sky, celebrating your decision to rest. The rain comes and goes freely. The wind blows where it pleases. The trees bend and sway. They do not fight the air. They allow it to move through them. And because they yield, they do not break. You are becoming like those trees. You are becoming fluid. With every breath, imagine your grip loosening a little more. Inhale, filling your lungs with trust. Exhale, opening your fingers, letting the rope fall to the ground. Can you feel the blood returning to your fingertips? Can you feel the space between your knuckles? There is so much room now. When your hands are empty, they are not lacking. They are open to receive. But for tonight, they are simply resting. If a thought of a person wanders into your mind, someone you miss, someone you are worried about, imagine them walking through that open door. You don't jump up to grab them. You don't bar the door to stop them. You just watch them from your comfortable chair. You wish them well. You wrap them in a moment of silent metta, loving kindness, and you let them be. If they stay, they stay. If they go, they go. You remain in your chair, warm, safe, and whole. You realize now that your peace does not walk out the door with them. Your peace is the chair. Your peace is the fire. Your peace is the roof over your head. It stays with you. The bed beneath you feels even softer now, doesn't it? It's as if by letting go of the mental grip, your physical body has finally given itself permission to be fully supported. The mattress rises up to cradle your lower back, your hips, your heavy legs. You are sinking deeper into the material, melting into the comfort. The air in the room feels lighter. The struggle is over. There is no tug of war in this bed. There is only gravity holding you down and the gentle rise and fall of your chest, keeping you alive. You have done the hardest work of all. You have stopped fighting. You have unlocked the door. And in doing so, you have not lost anything. You have gained the entire room. You have gained the silence. You have gained yourself. Drift now in this open space. There are no walls closing in. There are no locks to check. Just the rain, just the breath, just the sweet, heavy freedom of a heart that has decided to rest. And as you sit in that mental armchair, observing the open door and the quiet room, you might begin to notice something profound about the space around you. It isn't empty in the way you used to fear. It isn't a void waiting to be filled with noise or people. It is a sanctuary of spaciousness. In the daylight world, we are often terrified of blank spaces. We look at a calendar with no appointments, and we feel a rush of anxiety, itching to scribble names and times into the boxes. We look at a Friday night with no plans, and we wonder if we are falling behind. We treat silence like a mistake that needs to be corrected. But here, wrapped in the safety of your bed, the perspective shifts. You begin to realize that this emptiness is actually freedom. Feel the truth of that freedom in your own body right now. Notice the space between your eyebrows. It is smoothing out, becoming a wide, calm horizon. Notice the space inside your mouth, how your tongue falls away from the roof, floating in a relaxed silence. Notice the space in your lungs as you take a slow, luxurious breath, filling up with air that belongs only to you. Inhale, reclaiming your territory. Exhale, expanding into the mattress. Think of a vast field of fresh, fallen snow under the moonlight. It stretches out for miles, pure, white, and unbroken. There are no footprints here. There are no tire tracks. There are no paths that you have to follow. Is that field lonely? No, it is perfect. It is resting. It is complete in its own silence. Tonight, your mind is that field of snow. The absence of footprints is not a lack of popularity. It is the presence of peace. It means no one has walked all over your peace of mind today. It means the ground is smooth and ready for rest. This is the inner peace that so many seek but rarely find, because they are looking for it in the noise. They think peace is a feeling of excitement or the rush of being in love. But you know the truth now, lying here in the dark. Real peace is the absence of chaos. Real peace is the freedom of not needing to be anyone else. Let the warm light in your imagination dim just a fraction, turning into a deep, cozy amber. It's the color of a dying ember in the fireplace, warm and lulling. The rain outside continues its gentle work, building a curtain of sound that separates you from the demands of the world. Hush, hush. It tells you that you are off the clock. You are off the map. There is a tremendous relief in being unreachable. For these next few hours, no one can call you. No one can ask you for a favor. No one can judge your outfit or your career path. You are anonymous in the dark, and that anonymity is a warm blanket. Feel your legs getting heavier, so heavy that they feel like they are sinking through the mattress, down into the earth itself. The earth is slow. It takes its time. It doesn't rush the seasons. It doesn't rush the trees. And it is not rushing you. You are free from the need to be interesting. You are free from the need to be wanted. In this space, you are enough simply because you exist. The pressure to perform has evaporated. Enjoy this spaciousness. Swim in it. It feels like floating on your back in a calm, warm lake, looking up at the stars. The water holds you up without effort. You don't have to swim. You don't have to tread water. You just have to trust the buoyancy. The silence is not a punishment. It is a gift you have given yourself. It is the gift of room. Room to breathe. Room to dream. Room to heal. The parts of you that were frayed by the friction of the day are knitting themselves back together in this quiet. Your breath is becoming a whisper now, so soft, so gentle. It is the only movement in a still world, in, drifting, out, floating. You are reclaiming your own life in this stillness. You are remembering that before you were a worker, before you were a partner, before you were a friend, you were a spirit. And that spirit is free. It doesn't need a crowd to be real. It just needs this moment, this breath, this bed, and holding that sense of freedom, feeling it wrap around you like a soft, warm shawl. You might begin to feel a gentle motion in the stillness. It is not a dizzying spin, but a slow, rhythmic swaying to and fro, like a cradle. Imagine, in the theater of your mind, that the bed you are lying on has transformed. It is no longer just a mattress in a room. It is a small, comfortable wooden boat lined with the softest blankets, floating in the middle of a vast, calm lake. The water is smooth as glass, dark and deep. It holds the boat up effortlessly. You are lying in the bottom of this boat, looking up at the night sky we spoke of earlier. But now, even the sky is softening, its edges blurring as a gentle silver mist begins to rise from the surface of the water. For so much of your life, you have been the rower of your own boat. You have gripped the oars tight, your knuckles white with effort, rowing against the current. You have rowed toward career goals, rowed toward relationships, rowed toward being understood, rowed toward financial security. You have been steering, navigating, correcting course, terrified that if you stopped rowing, you would be lost. But tonight, look at your hands. They are empty. The oars have been pulled in. You have laid them down along the sides of the boat. You are no longer rowing. You are no longer steering. You are simply drifting. There is a profound relief in letting the current take you. This current is not dangerous. It is the flow of life itself. It knows where you need to go better than you do. It knows you need rest. It knows you need healing, and it is carrying you there slowly, safely, without you having to lift a finger. Feel the gentle rock of the boat, left and right. With each sway, your body sinks deeper into the cushions. The muscles in your lower back, which have held you upright all day, finally unclench. They spread out, warm and heavy. Your hips feel like they are made of lead, sinking, anchoring you to the comfort. The mist around the boat is getting thicker, but it is a kind, protective mist. It smells of fresh rain and cool air. As it rises, it gently covers the shore you left behind. Think of that shore as the world of things. On that shore are the emails. On that shore are the expectations of others. On that shore are the noises of the city, the news, the timelines, the pressure to be someone. As you drift further out, the mist swallows the shore. The lights of the city flicker and fade, turning into tiny, blurry dots until they disappear completely. You are safe in the grey velvet quiet. You cannot see the shore anymore, and because you cannot see it, you do not have to worry about it. It does not exist right now. The only sound is the water lapping against the wood, a soft lap, lap, lap. It is the heartbeat of the lake. It matches the rhythm of your own breath, which has become so slow, so shallow, so peaceful, drifting further away from the noise, drifting deeper into the silence. Your eyelids feel incredibly heavy now, as if they are sealed shut with sleep. Even if you wanted to open them, it would be too much effort. And why would you want to? There is nothing to see out there but the comforting dark. The only view that matters is the one inside, where everything is calm. The warm light that was in your room has now become a glow inside your own chest. A tiny, personal lantern keeping you warm in the cool air of the lake. You are self-contained. You have everything you need right here in this little boat. Notice how your thoughts are slowing down. They are no longer racing cars on a highway. They are like leaves floating on the water alongside your boat. You see a thought appear, maybe a memory, maybe a plan, and you watch it drift past you. You don't reach out to grab it. You just let it float by, disappearing into the mist behind you. There it goes, drifting away, and another one, drifting away. You are not the thinker anymore. You are the drifter. You are moving toward a place of deep restoration. This is the sleep shore waiting for you somewhere ahead in the mist. You don't have to look for it. The current is taking you there. You just have to trust. Trust the water. Trust the boat. Trust the darkness. Your body is barely a physical form now. It is just a sensation of warmth and weight. The boundaries of your skin are dissolving into the blankets. You are melting. You are merging with the peace, rocking slowly, breathing deeply, letting go completely. The journey is over. The struggle is finished. There is only the drift. And as that gentle rocking motion begins to subside, slowing down until it is barely indistinguishable from the rhythm of your own heartbeat, you find yourself arriving at a place of absolute stillness. The boat has found its harbor. The water has stopped moving. The mist has settled. You are no longer drifting toward peace. You have arrived at its doorstep. This is the threshold. This is the soft, velvet boundary between the waking world, with its names, its clocks, and its responsibilities, and the healing world of sleep. For so long, we treat sleep like a switch we have to flip, or a prize we have to win after a long battle with our thoughts. But tonight, there is no switch. There is no battle. There is only this gentle transition, as natural as the sun dipping below the horizon. It is not an ending, it is a deepening. Feel the atmosphere around you change. The air seems to get thicker, richer, and softer. It is a protective heaviness that wraps around you like a heavy quilt on a winter night. It presses down on your eyelids, sealing them with a kindness that says, "You don't need to see anymore." It presses down on your limbs, whispering, "You don't need to move anymore." Your body is now so deeply relaxed that if you tried to lift your hand, it would feel as if it belonged to the bed itself. The boundaries of your physical form are completely blurred. You are just a warm presence in the dark. Listen to the rain one last time. It has become a distant, rhythmic hum, a white noise that wraps the house in a layer of insulation. That sound is the guardian of your rest. It stands between you and the silence, ensuring that the quiet is not empty, but full of life and comfort. In this space, logic begins to dissolve. The words I am speaking are no longer things you need to analyze. You don't need to understand the sentences. You don't need to track the meaning. You can just let the sound of the voice wash over you like the water of the lake, soothing and monotonous. You are standing at the sleep gate. It is not a locked gate. It is not a high wall. It is simply a veil of soft, warm mist. And you are already halfway through it. On the other side of this gate, your identity waits for you to pick it up tomorrow. Your name, your job, your worries, your history, they are all safe. You can put them down in a basket by the door. You don't need to carry them into the world of sleep. In the world of sleep, you are weightless. You are nameless. You are burdenless. Give yourself permission to cross over. Whisper to your mind, "I am done." Whisper to your body, "I am safe." Whisper to your soul, "I am free." Notice how your breath has become the only clock in the room, in and out. It is the pendulum that swings slowly, counting down the moments until you are fully submerged in rest. You are not breathing the breath is breathing you. It is an ancient rhythm, the same rhythm that moves the tides, the same rhythm that moves the seasons. You are connected to that vastness. You are held by it. The warm light that we nurtured inside your chest is now a low, steady ember. It doesn't need to burn bright, it just needs to glow, keeping you warm from the inside out. It is the pilot light of your spirit, and it will stay lit all night long, watching over you while you travel through your dreams. You might feel your thoughts becoming fragmented now. Images that don't make sense, colors, faint memories, soft sounds. This is good. This is the mind untying its knots. Let the thoughts unravel. Let them become nonsense. Let them turn into dreams. You don't need to make sense of anything anymore. You are safe to let go of the last thread of control. There is nothing left to do. The day is fully washed away. The future is not yet written. There is only this velvety blackness, soft and deep and inviting. It is waiting to catch you. Sink into it. Trust it. The mattress is rising up to meet you. The pillow is softening to receive you. The darkness is holding you. You are passing through the gate now, leaving the shore behind, leaving the boat behind, leaving the words behind. Just warmth, just breath, just peace. You are almost there, drifting deeper, sinking lower, letting go. And in this deep, velvet darkness, where the only reality is the rhythm of your own breath, you might sense a vast, gentle presence watching over you. It is not a person. It is not a demand. It is simply the quiet, ancient light of the stars. Even though your eyes are closed, imagine for a moment that the roof above you has turned into clear glass, revealing the infinite, silent expanse of the night sky. These stars are not asking for your attention. They are not asking you to shine. They have been burning quietly for billions of years, witnessing everything, judging nothing. They look down on the earth, on your town, on your street, and on this very room with a gaze that is completely filled with peace. They see you lying there. They see the rise and fall of your chest. They see the day you have just lived with all its unfinished business, all its worries and all its hopes. And in their silent language, they are telling you that it is all okay. Everything is small compared to this vastness. Everything is manageable. Everything is exactly as it should be for this moment. You are part of this great, quiet universe. You are not a stranger here. You are not alone here. You are made of the same stardust that lights up the galaxies. You belong to the night just as much as you belong to the day. Feel that sense of belonging settling into your bones. It is a warm, heavy feeling, like a thick wool blanket tucked in around your edges. You don't have to hold the world together tonight. The stars are holding it for you. The moon is holding the tides. The earth is holding the trees. Gravity is holding your body. Everyone and everything has its turn to rest. The birds are sleeping in the branches. The flowers have closed their petals. The traffic has slowed to a halt. The noise has faded away. And now it is your turn. You have permission to lay down the burden of being you. You have permission to lay down the name you answer to, the role you play, the history you carry. Tonight, you are just a spirit resting in the arms of the cosmos. Let us offer a final, gentle wish to your heart, a lullaby of loving kindness to carry you into the deepest dreams. Listen to these words and let them sink into you like warm oil, soothing every last tight muscle, every last busy thought. May you be safe. Feel the safety in the four walls around you. Feel the safety in the locked door. Feel the safety in your own skin. Nothing can harm you here. You are protected. May you be peaceful. Feel the peace in the silence. The war with the to-do list is over. The war with loneliness is over. The war with the self is over. There is only truce. There is only calm. May you be healthy. Imagine a soft, healing light, a pale moonlight blue, scanning through your body. From the top of your head, down through your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your hips, your legs, to the tips of your toes. It is repairing what is frayed. It is soothing what is sore. It is recharging your energy while you sleep. May you live with ease. Let go of the struggle. Life does not always have to be a fight. Tonight, life is easy. Breathing is easy. Resting is easy. Letting go is the easiest thing of all. Allow these wishes to ripple out from your heart, moving through the empty space of the room, filling the corners with warmth. Then, let them ripple out further, past the window, past the street. Imagine your sleeping neighbors, the people in your city, the people across the country. Everyone is just like you, wanting to be happy, wanting to be safe, wanting to rest. We are all resting together in this great, wide night. We are all connected in the silence. You don't need to speak to be connected. You don't need to text to be connected. You are connected by the simple act of breathing the same night air. The boat is drifting further now. The shore is gone completely. The mist has cleared and you are floating under the canopy of stars. The water is still. The air is perfect. Your breath is so slow now, so faint, in, out. There is nothing left to say. There is nothing left to hear. The words are fading away, becoming just soft sounds, blending with the rain, blending with the dark. You are doing perfectly. You have arrived. The emptiness you feared is not empty. It is full of rest. It is full of God, or the universe, or peace. whatever name feels like home to you. It is filling you up while you sleep, so that when you wake, you will be full again. But for now, there is only the sleep, deep, restorative, healing sleep. Let the final tension drain out of your fingers. Let the final tension drain out of your toes. Let your jaw unhinge slightly. Let your eyes roll back into the comfort of your head. The door is open, the boat is drifting, the stars are watching, and you are loved. Good night. Sleep, sleep, sleep.